Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the USS Midway. Welcome to San Diego. It's good to be in California, always. Now, this is the press conference to kick off the PFL Summer Series. We have a whole string of events that are stacked, top to bottom. We've got 4 world title fights coming up through the year. It's going to be really, really incredible. I am going to introduce the CEO, the man that's leading the PFL to the new horizons that we are looking at. I'm excited to introduce to the stage John Martin. How are you?
I'm good.
Great to be in California, right?
Is this on?
There we go, we're on.
It's wonderful to be in California.
Oh man, it's so good.
It's great to be here.
So, the PFL Summer Series, we've got a whole schedule all the way through to the end of August. Tell me about it.
Yeah, this is the busiest time of our event calendar. This is, as you even teed up already, in 8 weeks, the PFL is going to have 6 events across 6 different cities with 4 championship fights. And this is the part of the year that I've been looking forward to more than any other thing in the series, in the season. And we've got some incredible fights and incredible matchups coming up.
And we're on ESPN all the way through the summer.
Yes.
And the important thing as well is to remember is that, like, the consistency of these events. This is one of the reasons why the PFL have organized all of these events so close together, because we want to showcase all of the talent on our roster, right?
Absolutely. And listen, all of the broadcasters in the U.S. are paying attention and taking notice, and this is an important time for the PFL to show what we do best. And we're going to be taking over the U.S. this summer.
So we're kicking off in San Diego. We've got a huge fight this weekend at the Pechanga Arena. AJ McKee, Salamat Isbalayev. We've got a veteran in AJ McKee taking on a very, very tough, undefeated Kazakh in Isbalayev. What are you making about that fight? What are your thoughts on it?
Well, this is, it's interesting. And when Mike Hogan and I were talking about the card, AJ McKee, elite wrestler, undefeated, has been at the 145 unstoppable, and has fought one fight at a time, just continuing to rise up more and more and higher. And he's at the position he's in from just stacking an incredible record. And then you contrast that with Isbalayev, who has just exploded onto the scene at PFL. He's undefeated. I think he's 10-0. He may not have ever been out of the first round yet. And I got to see him fight Jesus Pineda, and he took care of business with Jesus pretty quickly. So I think it's going to be an explosive fight, and don't blink.
So we're going from here, then we're in Austin. We've got the middleweights fighting. Then we're over onto the East Coast, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm renting a car. I'm road tripping the whole East Coast. I'm doing all of it. And you've got some things to announce as well, right, for East Coast events?
Absolutely.
Tell me.
All right, so we're announcing today that we're going to add on one more event in August 22nd, and in Tampa, in connection with Visit St. Pete and Clearwater, in connection with the presenting partners. But Tampa Bay, the Benchmark International Arena, Chris Cyborg is going to be headlining the main event in what's likely her last fight in the cage. But what an extraordinary career. And I look forward to celebrating her and celebrating her career. And for her, she wants to go out on top. I mean, she's pretty much the GOAT. She's won everything in every promotion she's ever been in, 5 promotions, and is basically dominated the category for more than 2 decades. I think she went an entire decade without losing a fight. 29, 2-1, 21 by stoppages. And we found an opponent that I think is going to be a very formidable challenge for her in Kelly Bier. And for her making her PFL debut, people remember those that take out the legends. And so that's the opportunity for her. She starts her PFL career. And it's a way to possibly pass the torch. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But very excited to be down in Florida in August.
That is awesome. So first of all, it's Cyborg's retirement fight potentially. We've signed Caitlin Vieira to the PFL roster. She's going to be taking Cyborg on in Tampa. And we know Caitlin Vieira from her time in the UFC. She was a decorated fighter in the UFC. 16-4, I think her record is.
Yes.
A very, very tough individual. Struggled with the scales a little bit at bantamweight. Now stepping up to featherweight makes a lot of sense. And it's an all Brazil affair as well, which means that the Floridians are going to be in for a treat.
Yes, well, that was a special place. We've been trying to place events where there is some connection with the fighters themselves, and it's been working out really well. And I'd love to try to continue to do that where we can.
Well, we've got a bunch of fighters to bring onto the stage, so I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to announce these fighters onto the stage, and then we're going to get some fights talked about. So, ladies and gentlemen, the CEO, the boss, John Martin. All right, we have a superstar lineup for you today. Really, really exciting to have all of these fighters come into town to see you guys and to talk about their fights. Some of these matchups that we've got coming up as well are going to really blow the doors off the arenas. So first of all, welcoming to the stage former middleweight Bellator champion, Johnny Eblen. Johnny will be headlining in Austin, July 18th. It's going to be an incredible fight. Of course, he was destined to fight Costello to try and get his belt back. Costello's injured. Johnny's stepping up and he's fighting a rematch against Impa Kasanganay, which is going to be a special fight. The first one was a really, really good 3-rounder, and closer than I'm sure Johnny would like to admit. It was a close fight, that first one, and I think the rematch is going to be even better. Okay, moving on to the welterweight division, another really, really big fight for the vacant title. Thad Jean to the stage, please. Make some noise. We're a long way away, brother. So Thad Jean is taking on Shamil Messiah for the welterweight title. Two guys that nobody else in the division wants to fight. Shamil Messiah with an incredible amount of experience, a very dynamic fighter, wrestling and striking. Thad, of course, with an incredible 2025, taking out veterans left and right and picking himself up a tournament title. Okay, next up, I'm so happy to welcome her back to competition, Dakota Ditcheva, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Dakota. So Dakota will be co-main event coming up Elmont, New York. She'll be taking on Denise Kilholz, the fight that she was originally meant to take before she got injured. I'm sure you're glad to be back, Dakota. We'll talk to you in a second. Okay, next up, Dalton Rosta, middleweight powerhouse, top 10 ranked. Welcome into the stage. This is one of the fights that we've got on the stage where we have both halves of the fight. So, of course, Eblen's here representing his fight. Dakota and Thad are representing their fights. Dalton's here to face off against his opponent today, who is Bryan Battle. This will be the main event in Charlotte, North Carolina. Bryan Battle's stomping ground, hometown. So, of course, he's going to want to defend home turf against the invading powerhouse Hercules Dalton Rosta. Both these guys looking to impress. And, of course, you know, the middleweight belt is in circulation, so these guys are going to be trying to put themselves back in that picture. Okay, the legend, please make some noise. Potentially her last fight of her career, Cris Cyborg. A legendary career. Followed it all the way through. She's inspired so many generations of fighters, male and female. And to see her on the stage with these fighters, to see her in her last fight, we should all feel very privileged for that. And then the main event of this weekend. I've left it to the last. I am so excited about this. The old school, the veteran, 24-2 featherweight phenom, taking on the undefeated Kazakh. Welcome to the stage, Salamat Isbalayev and AJ McKee. Thanks for joining us, fellas. Now, I am going to come back to the main event of this weekend last. I want to go out to the other fights on the cards to start with and just kind of get a few thoughts from these fighters. And I'm going to start with Johnny Eblen. So, Johnny, grab your mic for me, please. And talk to me about rematching Impa Kasanganay. Obviously, not the fight that you wanted and not the middleweight title on the line that you wanted, but a good rematch nonetheless.
Yeah, it's a good rematch. It's for an interim title. It's keeping me busy. It's keeping me, it's giving me a paycheck. And it's a fight I wanted to run back. The first fight was close. It was only 3 rounds as well. Came out, won the first round. Second round got dropped. Third round, it came out hot and ended up, in a body triangle. And could have finished him, I think, if there was 2 more rounds. And, I'm very excited for this fight coming up in Austin.
Was there any thought about just kind of sitting back and waiting for the middleweight champ to be back in circulation, or did you want to stay active?
No, absolutely not. I want to stay active. I'm 34. I think I'm one of the best in the world, and I have to stay active. I don't want to sit back and wait for fights to come to me. I go to the fight, I was set to fight July 18th. I'm set to fight. If the guy gets hurt, whatever. I'm glad they got a backup in Impa.
So talking about the fight with Impa, I actually watched it again this morning, and the thing I like about it the most is it's a 3-round fight, and at the end of it, you're both as exhausted as each other, and you both kind of labily get off the canvas. In that moment, what would it have been like to go back to your stall and have another 10 minutes of competition?
You know, I think you would have really seen me pull away because those championship rounds matter a lot. I have a great gas tank, and the fight, you know, he was fading, and I was just getting started. You know, I think if we had 2 more rounds, I would have got a finish.
What's it been like to see someone else holding the middleweight title?
It's whatever, you know. Shit happens, and I'm gonna get it back. I know it for sure.
I'm looking forward to that fight, my friend. It's a great rematch, and Personally, I think you're a different fighter since that loss. Like, we spoke before your last fight, and your energy's different. You seem more confident and stronger in yourself. A little bit of pressure's been lifted off your shoulders. And I think this is going to be the next best, the best version that we've seen of you yet. In fact, just a tidbit for you. Yesterday, I was speaking to Sean Strickland. He looked more nervous coming out to help you prepare for this fight than he was to fight Khamzat Chimaev the other week. Like, he talks about you very, very highly. So you've got a high bar that you've set up there, my friend, already.
Yeah, you got the UFC champ, you know, saying that he's scared to come train with me. I'm actually really pumped to go back after this, this fight week and train with Sean. And we're gonna have a two-week hard fight camp, you know, and it's gonna really prepare me for Impa.
Awesome. Let me just check with my guys. I think we've got a promo, haven't we, Andy? Are you gonna play this promo for me now? He's giving me a thumbs up. Play the promo.
July 18th in Austin, Texas. Experience the PFL live.
You know what I came for,
It's Johnny Eblen in a heated rematch against Impa the Sunganon for the interim middleweight title. Plus, Sergio Pettis takes on rising star Louis McGrillen. When you see the PFL live, the hits are hard. The crowd is louder. The action unmatched. Saturday, July 18th, live from Moody Center. For tickets, visit pfl.info/Austin.
Pretty good, Johnny, right? You're pumped.
Looks sick, man. I can't wait.
I
can't
love it.
wait. It's gonna be fun.
All right, that's July 18th. Let's move on. So we're moving a week forward. Thad Jean is in the middleweight, is in the welterweight division. Right, not middleweight, not yet, my friend, although I can see you moving in that direction. You're getting bigger every time I see you. Okay, the welterweight title, right?
Yes.
Shamil Musayev is right in front of you. This is the main event. This is a huge fight. But 3 times in 2025, everyone counted you out. You stepped in there against veterans,
Exactly.
and you did the business. What have you got in store for Shamil Musayev?
I think it's the same thing when it comes to any fight. It's me or him. And at the end of the day, it's definitely going to be me raising my hand at the end of that fight, or, you know, the ref raising my hand, my name getting called, and just going to keep proving myself as I always do. I am who I say I am, and I am the best at this division. And soon enough, like you say, 185 as well.
I can see it. Look, you're just growing every time I see you. You must be moving to 185 at some point in your
At
future.
some point, as soon as I hit, I would say 30, I would say 185ers, try to move up to, or, you know, be ready for me.
Okay, so you're looking at multiple
I'm
titles
ready.
and multiple weight
There we
classes.
go.
I like this.
Ready, big dog.
We've got middleweight champ getting involved as well now. So talk to me about Shamil Musayev. Tell me what he's good at. What do you have to be concerned about in his game? And how do you think he's going to approach you? Because he can kind of do everything, right?
Yeah.
He's a good striker, but he's got great grappling as well. How do you approach this?
I mean, when it comes to Shamil Musayev, I think you would approach him like any other MMA fighter, but he's explosive. He's explosive. He has a really good left hook, and we've definitely been taking that into account when it comes to the training. He has the good MMA grappling, as you said, but, you know, Storley had great just wrestling, you know, and how many times did he keep me on the ground? So I'm not really worried when it comes. I'm not going to underestimate it when I say that, but I'm not worried when it comes to the grappling aspect of it, and I'm definitely not worried when it comes to the striking, because I do believe my striking is better. And with this time off that I've had, you know, people are like, oh, how do you feel being out for the ring for so long? Almost been a year. Yeah, it's almost been a year, but it's been a blessing at the same time. You know, I fought 3 times within 5 months last year, so, you know, I gave my body time to recover, you know, just leveling up, you know, just like as if it was a video game. And, you know, I'm ready to show that, you know, that time off has made me more of an animal. So, yeah, we're not discounting Shamil's skills. He is who he is, and he's at where he's at for a reason. So I'm just going to prove that I am who I am, and I will be the champion.
So the date on the fight is July 25th,
Yeah.
Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
What's the timeline between here and there? What have you got to do before the fight?
Cut weight.
A lot of weight by the look of it as well.
I mean, cut weight, keep my mind focused on the enemy at hand, who's in front of me, and just, do what I know I can do, People are going to say this and that, and after I beat Shamil Musayev, I'm going to be hearing people say I should be fighting Ramazan. Get Ramazan back, okay, right? Get Ramazan back so he could be the next opponent. But again, I've never ducked a fight. I'm always looking for the best. I mean, I'm only 11-0 now, and look at the names I've gone against, Look at the people that I've beat. People are twice my record in wins. Twice my record in wins, And so it doesn't matter. It's whoever it is, and I'm excited.
It's a great fight. It's a really good opportunity for you as well to really prove what you're capable of. I like the fact that you're constantly taking these big fights and pushing yourself. Huge respect for that, my friend.
Thank you.
And one more thing I've got to ask you. A main event, what does it feel like to carry an event?
A main event, I mean, it's a blessing. It's a blessing again. It's awesome, from going to the Challenger Series to being on the undercards for mini fights to now headlining, to being the guy that people want to see is just a journey that I knew I was going to be taking in, and I'm glad that I'm here now. And I'm excited that next time when we have these press conferences, I'm where AJ McGee is, I'm happy from where I start to where I will be. I love that journey. I love looking at it like that.
Sounds good, my friend. All right, we've got a promo. I'm not sure whether you've seen this promo yet, Thad. It's pretty cool.
Let's see it.
Over to you
Jason
guys.
Here's the PFL Live. The hits are harder. The crowd is louder. The action unmatched.
Ain't no one stopping these kings and queens from wearing a crown.
July 25th in Washington, D.C., undefeated Thad the Silverback Gene fights to cement his place atop the division against the silent assassin Shamil Musayev with PFL gold on the line. The tension is building. Be there. Saturday, July 25th, live from Care First Arena. For tickets, visit pfl.info/DC.
Let's go.
You love it, right? You've got to love it. So we've got 18th, we've got the 25th. Now we're moving on to the 31st. We're going to Elmont, New York. And this is going to be a really, really good one. We've got a massive main event. Usman Nurmagomedov taking on Archie Colgan, defending his lightweight title. But the co-main event is what's got everybody excited. And that's why we've got Dakota Ditcheva on the stage. Dakota, how is it feeling to be back matched and ready for competition again?
I'm excited. It's been a while. Too long for sure. But yeah, it's good to be back. I feel like I'm having deja vu. I said this a year ago last time. But it's nice to be back once again.
And you matched against Denise, the person you were originally training to fight. Do you feel like you kind of owe her a fight because she went off and competed on that same event and got an impressive victory against Inaba? Do you feel like you owe her a fight?
Yeah, I felt like, I've never pulled out of a fight before, so it was definitely something that I wanted to give her the chance, to have again. I felt awful pulling out, but it had to be done. So, yeah, I'm excited that I can still give her that opportunity and we can fight it out again like we were supposed to.
And what have you done with this time off? Obviously, you've been doing a lot of healing and stuff, but I've been watching you hitting the bag with one glove on, like a maniac. Did you ever slow down? Did you take a break or anything, or did you just keep working around the injuries?
Yeah, no, I definitely took a break, and I've got a good team around me that keeps me busy with other opportunities outside of fighting. So I definitely, use my time wisely, but you can't keep me out of the gym for sure. And I was, in the gym all the time. I feel like I've been in camp all year. I'm always in the gym. I love it, and that's why I do this sport. So, yeah.
So talk to me about Denise as a competitor. Obviously, she's an excellent striker. Mm-hmm. She's a little bit shorter, a little bit more of a powerhouse, maybe with her style. Do you have to keep her at range? Are you going to be using your clinch against her? Or we're going to see something else from your game? I know you've got one submission on your record, and everyone was still surprised that you subbed somebody. What are we expecting from you? Yeah,
I don't know. I'm just going to see what happens when I get in there, You've seen me fight using my clinch game, close work, keeping it at distance. So, the height advantage for me has always been a positive, so I'll definitely be using my range, but I'm not scared to get inside and even again, maybe get a submission, you don't know. Never know what I'm going to do when I get in, so we'll see. We'll see what Dakota comes out.
And what's the plan after this? Let's assume right now that you are successful against Denise.
Yeah.
Are we going straight into a title shot because the belt's sitting there?
I'm calling for the tournament back. I want to be busy. I want to be fighting 4 times in the year and getting paid 4 times too. So.
Well, the speed at which you win, we should probably be able to get your match pretty quickly anyway.
Yeah. No, of course. The division's been moving along without me, which has been interesting. PFL have done a great job at getting some really high-level competition, so I'm excited to see what happens this weekend in San Diego with the flyweight division. And then, yeah, hopefully I'll be in again by the end of the year. Mike, wherever he is. We want to go to Dubai.
I kind of feel like that belt's got your name on it already. It's like
he's hiding.
It's like a lot of people almost kind of feel like you're the uncrowned champ. Does it feel like that to you? What are your thoughts on the fights this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot to say, don't they? Uncrowned champ, if that's what you want to call me, that's absolutely fine. Golden child, call me that too. Like, I don't really care. As long as I'm sitting at the top and I'm beating everyone, I'm happy. Belt, no belt, as long as I'm number one spot, I like the rankings and sitting at the top of that. So, yeah, I'm happy.
And I've got to ask you about the main event, your co-main event on this one. The main event, 5 rounds in the lightweight division. Usman Nurmagomedov taking on Archie Colgan.
Yeah.
How do you see that one?
Oh, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. It's funny as well. I was supposed to fight on the same card as Usman last time. I like to watch his style, his striking. Obviously, with him being Russian, he can wrestle, but I do really like his striking style. But I don't know what's going to happen with that one.
Okay, right. We've got a promo, I think. Let's go, Mixmaster. Let's play this promo.
When you experience the PFL live, the hits are harder, the crowd is louder, the action unmatched.
Ain't no one stopping these kings and queens from wearing a crown.
July 31st in New York, Usman Nurmagomedov defends his lightweight world title against Archie Colgan, plus the highly anticipated return of Dakota Ditcheva. The PFL fights for all fans. Friday, July 31st, live from UBS Arena. For tickets, visit pfl.info/ny.
Another great card, another great event, another great venue. Lots to look forward to. All right, we're moving on to the point where I prefer these moments where I like talking to you guys at the ends, but I like when we've got 2 fighters on the table that are going to fight each other at some point in the future. Now, we're going to North Carolina. We're going back to Charlotte, one of my favorite places in the country. We've got a headliner in the middleweight division. 2 guys that have got a lot to say about themselves, 2 guys that are ranked in the top 10. We've got number 4 versus number 8. 2 guys trying to get back in the win column as well. Puts a lot of pressure on these guys. We've got Dalton taking on Bryan. Now, I'm going to pass the mic over to you first, Dalton. I want to just get your thoughts on this fight and on Bryan as an opponent.
I love the fight. Bryan's a dog, honestly. It's a great opponent, but I'm looking forward to the matchup. You'll know it's funny. After our last fight, we both lost. We fought on the Pittsburgh card together. He came up to me and he's like, man, because we both lost. And then he's like, what do you think they're going to do for us next? And I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if they matched us up together. And he was like, fuck. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying?
So, Bryan, was that the conversation? Did that happen after the Pittsburgh event?
I know me and Dalton talked, but at that point, you know what I'm saying, who the hell knows what I was saying, you feel me?
So, talk to me about that experience, though, with Pittsburgh, because your walkout was incredible.
Man,
but
you heard the crowd.
Yeah, it was amazing. But there was pressure on your shoulders for that one. But this time you're the one coming into enemy territory because Charlotte's his stomping ground. Do you feel the pressure shift onto his side?
No, listen, there's always pressure on you. At the end of the day, whether I'm the home I'm the home team or he's the home team, there's always going to be pressure. So it really doesn't matter to me at the end of the day. What matters is that I go into this fight on top of my game. And when I'm on top of my game, and I told you this shit before, Dan. First round of the tournament last year, if I'm on top of my game, I am the best in the world. I don't care what anybody says. I lost my last 2 fights, but that shit's in the rear view. I made my mistakes. Now it's time to learn from it. And going forward, I'm going to prove it. So August 7th against Bryan Battle, I'm looking forward to going out there and showing the best version of Dalton Rosta.
Bryan, you talked a lot about Charlotte. We talked when we were in Pittsburgh about it. You love being there. You love fighting there. You love representing it. But then to carry the flag to take on someone like Dalton Rosta, how's that? How do you manage that pressure?
Manage the pressure. I mean, the reality is if someone's coming to fight me in Charlotte, they're a sacrificial lamb. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you ain't gonna do shit, bro. You ain't gonna do shit.
To Charlotte, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Period. You know what I'm saying? 1 + 1 = 2. If you fight Bryan Battle in Charlotte, you get your ass whooped. That is a simple equation. You know.
If it were anybody other than Dalton Rosta, maybe, but not this time around.
I tell you, they tell you not to meet your heroes. As a kid, I used to love watching Hercules, but as a grown man, I'm going to whip Hercules' ass, brother.
You like his confidence, though, Dalton?
I
surely.
do like his confidence, you know, but that's whenever it's the best. You know, they're up here, and then you come in and you bring them down, you know. I got beat in my hometown, and I got beat in devastating fashion. You know, I turned it into a coin flip. I rolled the dice. I went after him. I tried going for the finish. I got finished instead. Now I get to pay that forward. I get to go into his territory like Impa did with me, and then I get to go and finish him. Whether it's knockout, whether it's submission, it does not matter. I'm going to be putting will kicks up on the side of his head. I'm going to be throwing Superman punches. If we're on the ground, I'm going to be going for every fucking submission that you could think of. No matter what, I'm walking out of there with a finish, and I'm putting on a statement.
What's the most dangerous part of his game? What do you have to watch out for?
He's a good fighter. He's good everywhere. You know what I mean? His last fight wasn't a great showing. You know what I mean? He had to go against Johnny over here. Johnny's a great fighter as well. He's one of the best in the world, as he said. And there's no denying that. So whenever you're going in against someone like that, you know, it's always a tough test. But styles make fights. So my style and Johnny's style is not the same. You're going to go in there. You're going to see a different fight between me and Bryan Battle. But either way, I'm going to dominate. I'm going to come out of there with my hand raised.
Johnny Eblen.
Yes, sir.
Give me your thoughts on this fight as the former king of the middleweight division.
I like it, you know. Two guys that like to talk, two guys that I'm bigging out. They're both dogs, you know, and I really like the scrap. I think it's going to be a really interesting scrap. Depends on, you know, how they go out and what their techniques are when they go out there. You know, what tactical advantage I would give is I'd probably give Dalton, you know, the advantage on the ground, but got to see, you know, fight night, how he plays that out, you know. If he wants to turn it into a coin flip.
Be honest. I feel like you're beating around the bush. Who wins?
Beating around the bush?
Who wins?
I don't know, man.
Who wins?
It depends on how Dalton shows up. Like you said, his last fight, he turned it into a coin flip. That's not very smart, you know.
Listen, I'm going to win regardless. I fought stupid in the last fight. Like I said, I turned it into a coin flip against someone that has a lot of power, just like myself. I could have finished that fight. He could have finished the fight. You know, it ended up going in his favor. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to do that stupid shit again. But regardless of what fight I'm going to be in, the fight is going to be fun. You know, and that's why after 2 losses in a row, my stock still went up. I'm still fighting as a main event. I'm one half of this main event in Charlotte. PFL knows who the fucking man is. So at the end of the fucking day, I'm going to go in there, I'm going to get the job done, and I'm going to do it in devastating fashion.
So Eblen said he's got the advantage on the ground. Do you feel like that's the case? And if so, then where's your advantage?
Well, I feel like a way you can translate all that MMA talk is if Dalton wins, he needs to take me down. If it stays on the feet,
I don't need to
Hey,
do
don't
shit,
put words
brother.
I knock people
Hey, don't
out.
put
That's
words in
what I
my
do.
mouth. Don't put words in my mouth.
If it stays on the feet, I knock people out. That's what happens. But, you know, kind of building off what Dalton said, what's so exciting about this is that, you know, it's kill or be killed when me and Dalton go in there. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking for excitement, if you're looking for entertainment, this is going to be the most exciting, entertaining fight in this whole series.
The poster couldn't be more fitting, really. I mean, you know, you got 2 guys that have got a lot to say for each other. I am so excited about this fight. I think there's a lot to gain from this fight for both of these guys. I also think there's a tremendous amount to lose as well, given the fact that, you know, the division's moving very quickly and middleweights are rising very quickly. I am excited for this main event. Charlotte, North Carolina is in for an absolute treat. And I think we've got a promo. Let's play the promo, please.
August 7th in Charlotte, North Carolina. Experience the PFL Live. Another knockout! Charlotte's own Bryan the Butcher Battle looks to make a statement against fan favorite Dalton Hercules Rosta.
Oh, big shot!
When you see the PFL Live, the hits are harder, the crowd is louder, the action unmatched.
Ain't no one stopping you kings and queens from wearing a crown.
Friday, August 7th, live from Bojangles Coliseum. For tickets, visit pfl.info/Charlotte.
I looked good on that.
Looks good, right? Yeah. August 7th, Charlotte, North Carolina. You can clap, you can make some noise. It's going to be a great card. It's going to be a great event. All right, it's time to move on to the legend. I feel like I should get down on my knees or something, do the whole Wayne's World, we're not worthy, but Chris Cyborg is on the stage, ladies and gentlemen. Just give her a round of applause. A pioneer of the sport, a legend of the game, inspired so many generations. Chris Cyborg, thank you so much for joining us. And we're very, very excited to hear that you're fighting in Tampa, Florida, coming up very soon. How are you feeling about that?
No, first I want to say thank you for all my fans. Thank you, God, for the opportunity. Thank you for PFL for making this happen. I'm really happy to be back to Florida. I know I have a lot of Brazilians there too, and very excited to be here. I'm very thankful for everything, for every opportunity, every fight, hard fight, easy fight. I believe everything built me who I am today. And this first goal I have in my career is just to build the women's MMA division. And I see I have a lot of girls, young, coming strong, like Dakota, big example. So I'm really excited to be here.
Are you thinking about this as being your last MMA fight? Is that in your mind right now?
You know, next month I'm gonna turn 41 years old. I'm doing this for 21 years, you know, 30 years in sports, like I do different sports before, but to fighting, martial arts, 21 years. And, you know, I love what I do. One of the things I talk to my daughter, I say, you know, you have to find something you love to do, because when it gets harder, you're going to continue doing. If without the money or money come, it have to be consequence. So I love my job. I feel very blessed. Every day I wake up, go to the gym and train. I do what I love. I love fighting. Can be my last fight. You know, like I said, it's going to turn 41. It's going to be my last fight contra the PFL. But I don't know. I want to just go for Kathleen Vieira. I think she's a great opponent. And sit down with my team, sit down with my family, pray and see what's the best for my life. You know, I have a lot of goals still in my life, different than fighting. So, but I love what I do, and I'm very excited for this fight. No, Kathleen, she's a legend in sports. She's beat a lot of legends, Misha Tate, Sarah McMahon, Holly Holm. She fought Kayla, was the Korean champion in UFC. Her last fight, she's beat the girl, and now she's here. And she looked for my title, but I'm telling you, I'm ready, I'm in training. I love what I do. One of the things in my career, I believe I'm humble to learn. And these 21 years, I never stopped learning, and I continue doing to the end.
Tell me about Caitlin Vieira. What kind of challenges does she bring to the cage? What have you got to watch out for?
She's a really tough girl. She's have a lot of fights, like I said. She's have experience. She's from Brazil, big team over there, Pereira. Much respect, Jose Aldo, the whole team. I'm excited to see because a new face. She's top 10 in division. Kayla beat her for fight for the title. She was number 3 in the world for a long time. She was number 5. Top 10. I'm very excited for this fight. I know she's going to be ready. She's young. And I love it. I love challenge because I'm here.
Now, I know that all of the fans and all of the MMA media, they're going to miss you when you leave the sport. I've got to ask you, will you miss MMA when you leave?
For sure. I'm going to miss every opportunity. I'm going to miss everything. You know, I believe I'm going to miss all the doors open, all the doors closed. You know, I believe everything accomplished who I am today, and I did a lot for sports. I'm really thankful for everything. Beginning of my career, the reality, my plans for my life was to know this. You know, I want to be a handball player, live in Europe, finish my education, finish normal life. You know, by God, have different plans for me, and I'm very thankful. I accomplished so many things in my career, and this next fight, if I win this next fight, it's going to be 30 fights I win in my career, and it's the only MMA fight, women's MMA did this in her career, and I'm really thankful. You know, I like to break the record, and keep it going, keep it grinding, keep learning, and I'm very thankful for the whole team, whole family, all Cyber Nation with me. You know, I don't fight by myself. You know, I think the whole team behind me fight for me, the battle in the internet, the whole this year. But I'm very thankful. You know, I believe like I'm fight now is really. Can be the last one, can be, I don't know, but I have another plans in my life. Next 2 months, I'm going to be grandmother. So I have a lot of things going on in my mind now, but I'm really thankful for everything.
Well, we're really blessed to have you fighting again, and Tampa, Florida's in for a real treat. If it's your last fight, good luck with it, and we've had an incredible experience following your career. If we've got a promo, guys, please play it right now.
Saturday, August 22nd in Tampa. Witness an MMA legend's final fight. Chris Cyborg, one of the greatest in history.
She's an absolute pioneer in the sport.
Defends her PFL world title one last time. Unforgettable end to an unforgettable career. Saturday, August 22nd, live from Benchmark International Arena. For tickets, visit pfl.info/Tampa.
So we got a whole string of events, as you can see. We're kicking it off in Austin, and we're rolling all the way through to Tampa, August 22nd. But I have to focus on this week's main event. That's why we're all here right now in San Diego. We've got AJ McKee on the stage, a legendary fighter from these parts. We've got undefeated Kazakh monster, Salamat Isbalayev, who's just sitting up here with a smile on his face like he couldn't rip everybody's heads off. This is a really, really fascinating fight. AJ McKee, of course, the career that he's had, the achievements that he's achieved in his career, the stage that is set right now for you here to take a run at that featherweight title and get it around your waist finally with one man standing in your way. How are you feeling right now?
Oh man, I'm blessed. I'm happy to be here. You know, it's the first time I've fought in America in a while, let alone my home state. So I'm looking forward to it.
And all of the people that you fought, all of the big names that you fought, a lot of them come with a big record, lots of experience. But this guy here, he's had 10 pro MMA fights. He's got a big experience as an amateur, but only a few MMA fights as a pro. How does that make you feel? It's a different kind of challenge, this one.
Not really. For me, it's another name. You know what I mean? Mercenary style. We go in, we do what we do, take the person out, we go home. So, yeah, I mean, I remember those 9-10-0 days. Those are the good old days. I think with this fight, you know, he's tough, but at the end of the day, he hasn't made it out of that second round. So I already know, push the pace, keep it going, and see what he's got.
Give me your thoughts on his PFL debut. Most people don't want to take on Jesus Pinedo in their debut, and he made it look very easy in one round. What were your thoughts on that?
I think it was a beautiful performance, you know. He went in there. They kind of were filling each other out a bit on the feet, didn't have much action, and he did what he did best, take him down and ground and pound.
Salamat, welcome to San Diego. How do you feel to be in a main event taking on AJ McKee?
Раз. Всех приветствую, всем ассаламу алейкум. Что сказать? Кайф. Это в моей жизни самая большая арена, самый большой бой. Просто наслаждаюсь моментом, кайфую. Спасибо.
Hi everyone. So I'm really happy to be here. I'm looking forward to this opportunity. This moment is one of the biggest moments in my life, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So your PFL debut was against a very, very tough opponent. How did you feel when you got that matchup? And did you feel excited when you got the offer to fight AJ McKee?
Что и первый, что и второй бой, это большой шаг, это шаг вперед, большой спорт ММА, также приближает к титулу, чем ближе, тем интереснее, поэтому, кайфуем, да.
So with both fights, when I found out that I will fight with both fighters, every time I feel excited because it's just every step towards my goal because I'm here for the big goal, for the belt. So I'm very excited. Yeah, only good emotions.
AJ, what's the process when you get a phone call from the matchmakers and they say, hey, you're fighting Salamat Isbalayev? Obviously, you watched that first fight against Pinedo, but do you go back into his career? Do you watch any of his amateur fights, any of his early pro career? Do you get a read on him before you start your training camp?
Definitely. You definitely got to go do your research, look into him. But that's the thing, you know, he's had most of his fights have been finishes within the first round, second round, so there's not really much to kind of gauge. 9-0, 10-0, big amateur career, but again, those are 3-minute rounds. So I think this is the fight, you know, just go in there and fight, you know. I have nothing, a lot to lose, little to gain, but it's one step closer to the title, and that's all that matters, you know, is getting one step closer to it.
So what's going to be the biggest surprise for him? As an undefeated 10-0 fighter stepping in there against someone with more than double the pro experience, what's the biggest surprise?
I think somebody that loves to fight, somebody that enjoys the fight, you know. I'm going to be in his face the entire time for 3 5-minute rounds. Or if he takes a way out, you know, I'm not one to quit, and I'm going to leave it all in there. So I'm really intrigued to see how he responds when someone's in his face pressuring him and testing him.
What do you think the best part of AJ McKee's game is?
В целом он владеет как и ударной ударка, так и борьба, партер. Ну, все аспекты. Молодец, хороший боец.
He's a very well-rounded fighter. I really appreciate all his strong, yeah, he's good.
Do you have a prediction for the fight?
Я готовлюсь на всю длину. Будет возможность, сделаем финиш.
I'm preparing for the full distance, but if there's a chance and opportunity, I'll look for the finish.
Is there a possibility that he's underestimating you, do you think?
I don't think he's underestimating me, but at the same time, I don't think he's ever fought anybody with my skill set. You know, a lot of the guys he's finished, but I haven't been finished since my amateur career. So, yeah, if he wants to finish, that's what I'll give him.
And what's it going to be like walking out in San Diego? It's been a minute.
Oh man, this city is beautiful. It's a beautiful city. It's a phenomenal place. I got a lot of family and friends down here, so just having that energy, that support system, you know, big military aspect. So mercenaries got to come here, show up, show out.
I'm going to ask you that as well. Tell me about the military aspects as well. Obviously, we're here on the USS Midway. Liz Carmouche on the card as well. You know, there's a real U.S. military feel about this card.
Oh, definitely. You know, this is the headquarters, man. You got Pendleton right around the corner. A lot of Marines. You've got everything here. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's phenomenal. I know I'm gonna have a lot of support there, and I'm gonna just go fight for those that fight for us. The way they fight for me, that's the way I fight in that cage. So, I'm gonna just go leave it all in there and leave it all in the table.
Sounds good, brother. Sounds like a good week for an AJ McKee fight. All right, I think we've got a promo for this one, Andy. Wave. Yes, we've got a promo. Let's play the promo, and then we're going to get the face-off for the main event.
PFL Live. The hits are harder. The crowd is louder. The action unmatched.
Ain't no one stopping these queens from wearing a crown.
June 27th in San Diego. Former world champion and California's own AJ McKee returns as he faces the undefeated Salamat Isbulayev. The tension is building. Be there. Saturday, June 27th, live from Pachanga Arena. For tickets, visit pfl.info/San Diego.
So there we are. That is the summer series. We're kicking off in San Diego, then we're in Austin, then we're over on the East Coast, and we've got a whole string of events on the East Coast that culminates with the legendary Chris Cyborg fighting in Tampa, Florida. Now, please make some noise while these fighters exit the stage, and then we're going to bring this weekend's main event back on, and Mr. John Martin's going to face them off. Make some noise for these fighters. Thank you. All right, let's get this main event faced off. Ready? Okay, in the blue corner, Salamat Isbulayev. And in the red corner, the mercenary, AJ McKee. It's a huge fight, 24-2 against 10-0. An incredible amount of experience, both dangerous guys, both can fight anywhere the fight goes. Lightning with their striking, incredible with their wrestling, submissions for days. This is going to be a banger of a main event. That's it, ladies and gentlemen, this weekend's main event, AJ McKee, Salamat Isbulayev. Thank you very much for joining us for the Summer Series press conference. We will see you this weekend at Pachanga.